you seen my batteries?
No, have you seen my AM/FM radio?
I don't even know what that is. Ah!
Oh,
Hey, why are you guys so panicky?
Did you hear? There's a hurricane coming.
yeah, and it's a big one.
Well, I think that rather than panic,
But that's my favorite thing to do.
I know, but rather than panic,
What do you have in mind? Sit down, think about it, read a book?
well, as a matter of fact, I do have a book,
Of course you do.
and it's about hurricanes, and maybe Green Bear and Doug the Dinosaur,
Yes.
maybe it'll give us some hints on how to prepare for the hurricane that's coming.
Okay, but make it spiffy.
Yes, please. What he said.
Okay, all right, no time to waste when there's a hurricane. But let's read a little bit. Let's get educated. We don't want to be in a sheer panic. My daddy and I spend every August in the cottage high on the bluff. This is the bluff. I can't wait to build sandcastles and swim like a seal. But first we unpack, then we set everything up. We move the picnic table under the tree. Daddy hangs my swing from a branch. Then he gives me a push. I love it here, I say. Then, like always, we run down the stairs to the beach and dive into the cool, calm water of the bay. Well, that sounds very relaxing. A few days later, the waves come. We've never had waves like this at our beach. That afternoon, the radio gives us the news. A hurricane is heading our way. It's called Hurricane Bob. What should we do? I asked Daddy. Get ready, he said. Tomorrow we'll have to put away or tie everything down that's outside. Why? Because the hurricane winds might blow them away. Indeed. Those winds can get pretty fierce, and if things aren't tied down, they go flying off. First thing in the morning, I race outside to see what's happening. Nothing. This is what we call the calm before the storm.
Yes, we cannot become complacent during the calm before the storm.
This is very true. Now, things do look gray. No seagulls are squawking. There's an eerie silence everywhere. Nothing moves.
That makes me very nervous.
Well, with good reason. Well, we start to move. We take down the swing, lash the picnic table to the tree. Right there, look, they're tying it into the tree. They pack up the garden chairs, put away the barbecue. We put tape on all the window panes to keep the wind from shattering them. Did you know that that's what you do? Sometimes people put tape. That way, if something were to come and hit the windshield, I was going to say the window, instead of it shattering glass inside the house, it stays stuck to the tape. Then other people just completely cover it with wood or shutters. Rain begins to fall as we walk down to Mr. Finney's place.
This is the end of the calm before the storm.
Indeed it is. The wind picks up as we help drag his rowboat up behind the dunes close to his house. The hurricane is due to hit at 3 o'clock, says Daddy, looking down at his watch. We have just enough time to get some things in town. Oh boy, they better hurry. Oh, yeah, that's what the supermarket looks like pre-hurricane. Or even crazier than this. It looks like the whole town is inside the supermarket. One lady shoves me aside to grab candles from a shelf. Carts are piled high with stuff. The cashier's line is a mile long. Daddy and I get candles, batteries, and lots of tomato soup. Plus my favorite treat, chocolate-covered raisins. Oh, well, those don't go bad. See, people are getting bread, they're getting chips, everything on the shelves because it doesn't need to be refrigerated. Because what happens in a hurricane?
Well, in my vast experience hurricaning,
Yes, Green Bear?
one of the first things that happens is the lights go out. So that's why you need food that is non-perishable. Got that? Non-perishable.
True words. I did not know that you were so experienced. Well, the wind shakes our car. Oh, that makes me nervous too. As we drive home, the traffic lights are swinging back and forth. Street signs rattle. Rain pounds on the roof. Mr. Finney's driving away from his house. He honks and waves goodbye. Where's he going? I ask. Oh, the town opened up a school for people whose homes are close to the beach, says Daddy. They'll be safer there. But our cottage is at the beach, I say. The waves won't come as high as the bluff. Our cottage will be safe as the school. When we get home, I open the car door and the wind almost blows it right off. Oh, it's getting closer. Daddy grabs my hand. Rain cuts into our faces as we run to the front door. Daddy turns on the radio. I turn on the lights. I eat my chocolate-covered raisins and watch through the window. She didn't even wait for the storm to hit. She's already hitting those raisins. That's the problem with hurricane food. We eat it really fast. The rain looks like razor-sharp teeth. The ocean is angry and dark. The waves have grown huge. They crash down on the beach. Some take big bites from the dunes. The town dock looks like it's drowning. The boats are bobbing like toys in a tub. The wind wails through the walls of our house. You know, I was once in a hurricane out on the beach.
Oh no! What happened?
Well, nothing happened to me. The lights stayed on and the air conditioning stayed on, but...
But what?
Well, the wind, the howling,
Yeah?
it was super scary. It sounded like a
monster?
yes, it sounded exactly like a giant monster driving a giant tractor truck that was the size of a building.
Whoa!
I know. It was pretty awe-inspiring. The lights flicker, then poof, they go out. Daddy lights a candle. I hear glass shatter, but I don't know what broke. Then crack! It's a branch from our tree. It hangs down like a giant broken arm. I'm scared, I tell Daddy. He holds me close. Try not to worry, Daddy tells me. The house has stood through many a hurricane. In a while, the rain and the wind just stop, and the sun peeks out from a cloud. It's over! I cheer.
It's over? It's over? We can rest now?
No.
Oh.
It's only half over, Daddy says. We're in the eye of the storm. Things will be calm for a while, but the weather can get wilder than before. And Daddy's right. The wind and the rain start all over again. But now the wind blows the opposite way. Trees bend in half just like they were sticks. The wind's gonna take us away. Daddy gets me a blanket. We watch the lightning light up the sky. Look at that. Crash, crash, bam! I rush back to the window. My swing tree, I cry. The roots are ripped right out of the ground. Look at that. I hate hurricanes, I say. I know, says Daddy. Mother Nature can do powerful things. Then I see a wave break over Mr. Finney's house. Slowly, the house splits in two. Then silently, it slips into the sea, like the sandcastles I build at the beach.
What?
Yep, a hurricane can be a fearsome thing. I know, Doug, I know. I put the blanket over my head. I can't watch this anymore. Daddy got the radio up to his ear. They say the storm is almost past. By the time it's over, night has come. It's too late to see all the damage that's been done. It's black inside and out when it's time for bed. Daddy blows out the candle and kisses me good night. The next morning, we wake to a sky that's bright blue. The ocean looks friendly and calm, but nothing else looks the same. Boats are scattered over the lawns and the roads. They look like schools of dead fish. The beach is only a small sandy strip. Half the parking lot has been washed away. Leaves and branches cover the ground. Trees have crashed everywhere. That was a fearsome storm. We lost our swing tree and our stairs to the beach, but Mr. Finney lost his whole house. Electricity is out all over town. Daddy says we won't have lights or TV for a week. People everywhere are busy cleaning up. The sound of buzz saws fill the air. We cut up our trees to make firewood. We make use of that wood all over the ground. Mr. Finney tells us he'll rebuild his house. He helps us build a new set of stairs. The three of us see a helicopter whir overhead. It shoots down long lines with hooks on the ends. People attach the hooks to a big sailboat, and the helicopter lifts the boat from a lawn. Then the boat sails through the air, and we cheer when the boat floats again in the sea.
Wow, that's a sight.
It sure is. Cleanup is impressive. The next day, Daddy and I plant a new tree. When can I hang my swing on its branch? When you come back to this cottage with children of your own, Daddy says, as he gives me a hug. But at least they are safe and sound.
Yeah, and they're the ones who can't be rebuilt or replaced. Isn't that right?
That's exactly right. Property can always be replaced.
But not people or dinosaurs.
Or bears.
Exactly. Now, let's look at some hurricane facts, shall we?
Okay, I'll give you a minute more. And then I definitely have to go into the store and buy some tuna and stuff. maybe some chips, maybe some candy. Oh,
You know, those chocolate-covered raisins sounded really good.
yeah, those don't go bad either. I could really go for some right now.
Fellas?
Oh yeah, hurricane.
Facts, hit it.
Okay, what is a hurricane? A hurricane is a tropical storm with winds that swirl around its center at speeds of at least 74 miles per hour. That is very, very fast. Where do they form? In the tropical ocean. Hurricanes reach the eastern United States in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Western Africa. That's right, they come from Africa all the way to the eastern coast of the U.S. Now, when is hurricane season? It begins in June and lasts through October, even as late as November. But they say that the strongest storms always happen later in the season, like September, October, even November,
Why? Why did that happen?
because that is when the waters have been at their warmest.
Oh, so they've been getting warm all summer long and they're primed for the hurricane?
That's exactly right, Doug.
I've been reading my science.
Oh, I can tell. I'm very impressed. Now, hurricanes can move over the sea as slowly as 10 miles an hour or as fast as 50 to 60 miles an hour. That's why there are different categories, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending, 1 is the weakest, 5 is the strongest, depends on how fast this hurricane is moving. Now, what does a hurricane need to keep it powerful? Doug alluded to it. It needs warm water to keep the storm clouds filled with water vapor. Now, if it suddenly a hurricane hits some cold water, it can actually lose speed and die out at sea. What does a hurricane look like?
Scary. Super, super scary.
It is super scary. It looks like they say here, this is a good description. It's like a huge swirling donut.
But not as delicious.
Definitely not as delicious. And like the donut, there's a hole in the middle, and that's called the eye of the hurricane.
Yeah, that's when you think it's gone, but it's just taking a tiny break and tricking you into going outside, but don't fall for it.
No, do not fall for it. In that eye of the hurricane, there is little or no wind at all. You might even see blue skies poking through and the sun shining through. But right around that eye is the wall of the hurricane. And right around that wall, that eye, is where the wind is at its worst, its fastest of all. Now, why are hurricanes so dangerous? Besides the obvious, well, it says here, sudden heavy rainfall can cause flooding. The strong winds can do a lot of damage as well. The worst coastal damage is caused by the hurricane storm surge, which is all the water, the dome of water that the hurricane pushes along underneath it. And storm surges have caused ocean waters to rise as much as 25 to 30 feet above normal. That's as high as a 3-story building. Can you imagine? So why is the storm surge so dangerous? Well, I think that's pretty obvious, but if it comes near land, the storm surge crashes onto the shore. It pushes everything out of the way, causes flooding, causes drowning, and water, just water, fast running water and wind causes a lot of potential damage. So, are you ready for the hurricane?
I guess as ready as I'll ever be.
I think I need some raisins covered with chocolate. I think that would make me feel better.
Yeah, me too.
Don't worry, guys. We'll be okay.
Okay, stay safe, everybody.
Yes, stay safe and the hurricane and don't be fooled.
By the eye, yeah, don't let that eye trick you.
No, absolutely not. And anything else?
Drink a lot of water. Potato chips.
I don't think potato chips are a thing.
No, it's just very healthy. I know this.
Oh, okay. Because why?
Because it's a vegetable, because it's potato based.
Oh, Green Bear, where do you get your information sometimes?
Sometimes I make it up.
That's funny. Oh, okay, kid. Well, be safe during the hurricane. Stay indoors, and well, we'll be here waiting for you when everything's okay. Okay.
Okay. See you next time, kid. And stay safe from the puppets here at KidTime StoryTime.
And from the storyteller too, right, storyteller?
Absolutely, kid. Be careful, stay safe, and we'll be here for you.